Good afternoon, and we're out on this glorious afternoon. It's been a while since we've had some really good weather, and it's beautiful this afternoon. Not too much wind. I'm out on the mountain bike. I've done a few changes, additions to it, and it might be getting used as a possible bikepacking bike. But I'm going to go off the road a bit, one of the local off-road bits that I have, and I'll bring you back. Yeah, it's fairly grown up on the sides since I was last down. I was probably, when I come down just before the Leeds-Liverpool canal trip, I come down and just had a bit of a park up and a talk. So that will be April. Yeah, everything's in full bloom, and as it should be. Beautiful. Okay, welcome back. So yeah, as I said, I'm out on the mountain bike today. I'll just give you a quick look. So you've had this a good few years now, but this is a Cannondale Trail. I think it's the Trail 5, I'm not 100% sure, but I've just put some new Schwalbe Racing Ralph tyres on it, back and front. Replaced the hand grips because they were pretty awful, some Ergon GP1s. And I've got these bars from Alpkit, I think it's Conspicuous, something like that, but they're multi-barred so you can add extra bits and pieces on. I've got my usual, which I just use in between different bikes, just swap them about and stuff like that. This one has a dropper post, so that's its full height. Now I've got a rack on so I can get my bag on. So basically I'm ready for action. My rear bag and my front roll bag will go into there nice and easy, no problem. It's whether the bike... Oh yeah, also I put some new Shimano pedals on, same as what I've got on my bike that I use normally for bike packing. Shimano GR 500s I think, sure. But yeah, good platform. Get a good grip with those. So it's whether it's up to the job. So what I'll do is I might do an overnighter just to give it a road test. I think it's a lot heavier than the other Cannondale, which is just a gravel bike, the Cadex. This has got to be a lot heavier, like front suspension forks. But really I should have had this on the bloody Leeds-Liverpool canal when I done that. This would have handled it much better. But you know, you live and learn. So yeah, what I need to do is take it out on a test and see if it's up to the job. Big wide bars on it, they're about an inch wider than the Cadex bars. So the 2.25 tyres. So good grip they'll have on them, especially in the slippy season. But yeah, it's not a bad bike. I normally use it just for work, commuting back and forth, but I stuck some new bars on, as I said, some new grips on, bits and pieces, new pedals, and what we'll do is we'll give it a try. It's a beautiful afternoon. You just look on the western edges of the lakes, I can just see Skidder peeking out there. This camera probably won't. I'll try and zoom in a bit, but What a beautiful afternoon. The river's quite low for a change as well. Yeah, so I have got a trip planned, hopefully with Ian next month, mid-July. We haven't finalised exactly what we're doing and the exact dates. It's always difficult. I've got a week off, so we'll be picking 3 days, either the beginning or the end or the middle, whatever suits best. But some of this weather would be absolutely glorious. But Ian's currently on what you call a hotel beer biking. 3 or 4 days. I think he got the train up to Oxenholme with some pals, and cycling the Lancaster Canal and various canals back home, but they're hotel camping and collecting a few beers along the way. So that sounds like it was be good fun. I think he's halfway through it now, so the weather looks like it's playing ball for him. So very good. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions, would this be a decent bike? Too heavy? You know, it's probably a bit more robust, especially for canal riding and stuff like that. Maybe not for the road sections, but when you're canal riding all the time, this will probably be a better bike. But yeah, I'm going to give it a road test, do an overnighter somewhere, get it loaded up and see how it performs. But I am in the market possibly next year for a new bikepacking bike. I mean, that Cadak's I've had it for, God, I don't know, 8 or 9 years now, and that bottom bracket, the BB31, gives me problems. I had to adjust it on that Hadrian cycle when I stopped over in Carlisle for that night at home. I had to take it out and re-grease it all. It seemed to be alright the next day, but it's like every other trip now, it's creaking. It's an absolute nightmare. But this one's a better system. This isn't the BB30. I'm not sure which one it is, but it isn't the BB30. So anyway, I'm going to head back home. It was just a ride out, just have a bit blast on this one. But I'll have a slow meander home. But yeah, these fields are crying out to be camped on. Just been freshly cut in the corner. But I don't know if anybody's seen, there was a video floating about on YouTube, Facebook. There was a camper in a field. I mean, he was right against the hedge. He wasn't doing any, you know, he's obviously wild camping. You know, you're not supposed to do it. We all know that. But you know, you camp late, you're away early, leave no trace. But this farmer clocked him, come in, and then sprayed him and his tent and his bike in shite, which I think was a bit, you know, over the top. He was calling him everything under the sun, this, that. He could have had a word with him, a quiet word, and said, hey, don't be camping in here, it's, you know, it's whatever. But he went down the hard line. So, but I don't know if you've seen it, it's floating about on Facebook, but it wasn't pleasant viewing for a fellow wild camper anyhow. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you out, hopefully sometime soon, on this bike, doing the camp.
Tell you what, these will just set up anywhere. They do not give a flying. They will go anywhere. I'll tell you what, chap. Have a bit of this. Because I'm off. Well, he won't go in anyone else's field again, will he?